Hey everybody, how's it going? Excuse me while I adjust the camera here. I'm gonna give everybody just a couple minutes to pop on to the video before I get started. I think I'm on time, or I'm at the right time. Oh yay, somebody hopped on. Great, so I must be at the right time. I get confused about the time zones because I am in Israel right now and I'm like 9 hours ahead from my normal time zone. So I get a little thrown off. So I just wanted to make sure that I was here at the right time. But thank you guys for hopping on. Yay, people are coming. Hi, Kristen. Hey, Rebecca. So today we're going to talk all about mindset, and my husband's going to laugh at me. He's sitting over here. He's just going to laugh at me the whole time. He likes to make fun of me. So we're going to talk all about mindset, and this, in my opinion, is the most important thing in your entire business. And we're not going to talk about necessarily directly anything toward Beachbody. Like, it's not going to be necessarily Beachbody specific, but it's just simply about you reframing and shaping your mindset to be successful. And that's really what this is all about. You guys are all in this Emerald to Diamond group because you want to see success in your business. You want to take your business to the next level. You want to become a diamond coach and beyond. Hopefully diamond isn't your destination. Diamond shouldn't be your destination. You should always be reaching for higher goals. But that's what this topic is going to be all about today. So I just want to, first of all, since more people are hopping on, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jackie Peterson, and I have been a coach for 3 years. In October was my 3-year anniversary with Beachbody. I'm a mom to a 2.5-year-old little girl who is my world, and I also have a second baby on the way. 27 weeks pregnant now, so I'm due in April. I've built my business through both of my pregnancies now, and it's always presented with challenges, but it is it's never been an excuse for me. I think anybody, our business is just like anything else, and this kind of ties into the whole mindset thing, but just having a mindset of never giving up, and no matter what your circumstances are, you have the power to create your own destiny. You're the only one that's making excuses in your head, and we're going to talk more about that. But for me, pregnancy, living overseas, I've lived overseas for most of the time that I have been a coach. My husband is a professional athlete. We've lived in Ukraine since I've been a coach. We lived in Russia since I've been a coach. We lived in Spain. We've lived in the US. We've lived in Israel. So we've traveled all over the place in the past 3 years. And that is, you take those weaknesses that you have and they become your strengths, which is really cool. Hi Lynn, how's it going, girl? Thank you guys for hopping on. And I think that's a huge part of just developing the right mindset of being a successful Beachbody coach. So I'm going to give you guys some more practical tips, and we're going to kind of go into 4 different areas, and I've kind of broken this up into, I think, 4 types of mindsets that you have to be a successful Beachbody coach. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Jeff talked about this earlier, but it's the never give up mindset, never quit mindset. So you're going to be faced with a lot of challenges as a business owner, as a coach, because now that you're a coach, you are a business owner. And I think for a lot of us, we don't even necessarily realize that when we get started, that we are opening a business, all right? And with business, automatically comes challenges. You don't open a restaurant and expect things to just run smoothly every single month. You don't open a salon or any other kind of business that you can imagine that's maybe brick and mortar and expect things to just sail smoothly, right? You have to work really hard to keep that business afloat, to see, money come into your business every single month. And I think I'm thankful that my husband and his family actually own another business, and so I've seen the outcome of just like hard work putting into a small business and how much work it really takes. And I've applied those same concepts into my Beachbody business. And I think that's one thing that has really helped me be successful, is because I understood from the beginning, and we're going to talk more about the CEO mindset, but I understood from the beginning that you might not, when you're a brand new coach and you're just starting your business, you might not, actually see a profit in the very beginning. It's very, you have to do a lot of hard work in order to get to that point, right? So that never quit mindset is a lot about confidence. It's a lot about you just believing in yourself. It's about you coming in to this business. And this is one thing that I talk to my new coaches about if they're really serious about, building their business to a higher level, is that you have to come in and you have to commit for a certain number of years, not a certain number of months. You have to come in and you have to say, all right, and one of Melissa, who did a video last week, which you guys met, Melissa Hogg, she is one of the most successful coaches on my team. And I really believe, number one, it's because she has a great mindset. If you guys watch her videos, you know she has an amazing mindset, but also because she came into this business and she didn't say, I'm just going to try it out for a couple of months. I'm just going to see what happens. And if I do bad one month, then I'm going to give up. No, she came into it and she said, I'm going to give this my all for an entire year. And at the end of this year, I'm going to see where I am, if I've made progress, if I haven't, because just like anybody else, we all kind of come into this business and you have your reservations, everybody is skeptical a little bit when they come into it. I know I was. Is it going to work for me? Is it really possible for me to build a full-time income doing this? And so you have to kind of build your confidence in that, but you can't do that in just a few months. You can't do that in 6 months. You have to give yourself a year. You have to give yourself 2 years to be consistent. Now, you can't just say, I'm going to give it a year and I'm going to dabble a little bit here and there. I'm going to work my business 2 hours a week and hopefully by the end of the year I'll see results. That's just not how it works. You have to treat this like it's your job. You have to come in and just be consistent every single day. And that doesn't mean you're working 24 hours a day. It doesn't mean you're working 8 hours a day. It doesn't even mean you're working your business 4 hours a day. If you're giving your business an hour of consistency every single day or more, at the end of that year, you're going to see growth. And you just have to have that mindset that I am never going to give up. I am never going to quit, because and a lot of this just comes with you finding purpose and finding passion in what you're doing. You have to have a bigger why, and we've already talked about this, so I'm not going to go deep into your why or anything like that. But that has to be the cornerstone of what you're doing. Why are you here? What's going to make you not give up for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, for 10 years? Because you're going to have ups and downs as an entrepreneur. You're going to have ups and downs as a coach, as a wife, if you're a wife, as a mother, if you're a mother, if whatever else you've got going on in your life. Life is like this all the time, right? We are never just it's never just simple and easy all the time. And so you have to have the mindset that you're really going to endure, that you are in this for the long haul, because if you're not in it for the long haul, it's not going to work. And really, if you don't have the proper mindset, you're not ever going to see success in your business, because it just doesn't work that way. So that's why I believe mindset is the most important thing. So the first thing is that never give up mindset. Now, there's lots of challenges that can be brought up to you through your coaching business. Maybe you don't have a supportive family. Maybe you have people saying stuff about you behind your back, or telling you that this is a scam, or I don't know, just making crude remarks to you about posting selfies on Facebook. Or, there's so many things like that can happen, right, in a business like this, that can just bring you down, can bring your confidence down, and make you feel like you want to quit. Raise your hand if you have been there. If somebody has said something rude to you because of being a coach, or if somebody has brought down your confidence because they didn't believe in what you were doing. I have. Am I the only one? Somebody else comment below and let me know if they felt that way before. And sometimes those people can make you want to give up, or make you feel like you're not cut out for this. Or maybe all of those no's that you're getting over and over and over and over. Okay, Lynn feels me. Kristen feels me. Oh, yep, okay. Those no's that you're getting over and over and over, maybe just those no's, and we all know they're not right no's, right? They're not no's forever. Maybe those no's make you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe those no's make you feel like you're not cut out for this. I know I've been there too. It is never ending, you guys. You're gonna have great months in this business where you're on top of the world. You're rank advancing, you're bringing on new coaches, your challenge groups are doing awesome. And then you're gonna have other months where it's like no after no after no after no after no, and you feel like you're just hitting your head against a brick wall. I have been there multiple times, guys. There's ups and downs in business, and this business is no different. It is absolutely no different. I had one of those months in October, and then I had one of those months again in November, and I literally felt like I wanted to just drop off a cliff, because I was like, how is this happening? Why me? Maybe, I've been in this for 3 years, maybe, and I said the same things I did as a brand new coach when I got all those no's. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. But now, as a seasoned coach, I can talk myself out of that. I can do personal development and I can push through. But when you're a new coach in your first year is an uphill climb. Somebody used this analogy, I can't remember who it was, another coach. They said your first year in business is like running up an escalator that is going downhill. And you are just trying to get to the top. And you have to run faster and faster and faster, because that thing is just dragging you down to the bottom. It's just pulling you down, and you have to just push and push and push to try and get to the top, right? And that's what your first year feels like. And you have, plateaus in your business that are going to feel like that, even past your first year. But definitely, and I know Melissa talked about this in her video last week, that first year, once you get over that hump of that first year of just being very consistent in your business, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. Just being honest, because you finally feel like you conquered something, right? And you finally, feel like you can ride that elevator up a little bit higher. Or not elevator, escalator. Correction. But that's the kind of mindset that you have to have. You have to just be able to overcome all of those no's and realize that just because everybody and their mom is saying no to you, it doesn't mean that you're not cut out for this. I don't know about you guys. Yes, Liz, the momentum grows steadily and steadily. Every single day, every single month, every single year, it grows and grows and grows, which is awesome. And I don't know about you guys, I am a big believer in faith. I believe in God. And I truly believe that if you are here, if you signed up to be a Beachbody coach, you did so for a reason. And you were not put here to be mediocre. You were not put here to give up on yourself. You were not put here to, in this position as a coach, to just give up on yourself, to give up on your team, to give up on your challengers because of a challenge that you have to mentally overcome. Kristen knew that about you and is one of the reasons I follow you. Cool. That's awesome. Thanks. So you have to be able to mentally prepare yourself. We're going to talk more about personal development later in the week, so I'm not going to go into that, but you guys know personal development is a huge way to do that. You've got to turn off the voices in your head that are telling you that you're not good enough. You've got to realize that all those people that are saying no to you are not saying no to you because they think you're not worthy, or they don't like you, or that they think that you're a bad coach or you shouldn't do this, right? That's not why they're saying no. They're saying no because of them. They're saying no because of something that's going on in their life, something that's going on maybe with their finances or with their family, or maybe they're just not ready. It's not about you, it's about them. It's always about them. And so you always have to keep that in the forefront of your mind. But there is somebody else out there who is ready for your help and that is ready to connect with you. And it's your job to just keep going forward and to just keep those conversations going and keep talking to people and building relationships and inviting people so that you can find the person that does need you right now. So that's number one, never quit mindset. You guys are made to be here. Turn off the voices in your head and decide that you're going to win. It really is a decision. Like if you're just out there thinking, oh, maybe this is going to happen, maybe it's not. It's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. You have to decide right now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a successful Beachbody coach. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be a diamond coach. I'm going to be a 2-star diamond coach. As you move up, I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach. I'm going to be a 10-star diamond coach. You may not know the exact date it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, right? And that's the mindset that you have to have, is that you're never going to give up until you reach that point. All right? So never give up mindset. Number 2 is you have to have a giving mindset as a coach. And I think that just means leading your business with integrity. And it means not expecting anything in return for what you're giving out. So that's why this business is hard, because we give and we give and we give and we give a lot, and some months we don't get anything back. But the more you give, the more you connect with people, the more you add value to people, the more that you're eventually going to get back in the long term. And I really believe that's how you build a successful business, is by giving more than you expect in return. So don't ever go into a conversation expecting a sale. Don't ever build a relationship with somebody because you think they're going to become your customer. Go into a relationship, a new relationship or a new conversation with somebody because you just want to connect and you want to see if you have some way of adding value to their life. Whether it's with a challenge pack, a challenge group, whether it's them joining your team, whether it's you just giving them a tip of advice for free. Maybe they join one of your free accountability groups. That's why we do free accountability groups. Maybe it's just to make somebody else feel better about themselves. Colleen just said, learn about them. Maybe it's just nice for you to build a relationship with somebody and get to know somebody else because you actually just want to get to know them and make them feel more confident and make them feel better, right? So you have to go into every conversation without expecting anything in return. And I really think long term, that is how you build a successful business, is doing so with integrity and doing so with just a giving mindset. So that's the second mindset that I think you have to have as a Beachbody coach to see success. The third mindset that I think you have to have, yes, Colleen said I could always use another friend, so could everybody else. That's so true. And the cool thing about being a Beachbody coach is that it forces you to get out of that comfort zone and build relationships with people that you never would have before. And it's really cool because you never know, like, the friendships that you're going to make, the connections that you're going to build. I've made some of the best friends. They have nothing to do with my Beachbody business, at least up until this point, right? But I made some amazing friends, amazing connections, just because I was not forced, but because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone as a Beachbody coach and get to know other people and see if I could add value to them. And you learn about people's stories, you get to know them, and maybe you can help support them in some way down the line, or they can help support you in some way down the line. You never know where those relationships are going to lead. All right, so the third mindset that I want to talk about is the CEO mindset. So this just means you're going all in. You're not a dabbler. You are all in, and we already talked about never giving up, but you are going to go all in and just having confidence, building confidence. Okay, that doesn't just happen. You don't just get confident overnight, right? But just working on yourself, being confident as an entrepreneur, because that's what you are now, and really looking at your business like it's a real business. This isn't just a side thing that you're going to dabble in. You're actually going to treat it like a real business. You're going to realize that real businesses have ups and downs. You're going to realize that life has lots of ups and downs in it, and even if something tragic in your life happens, or you go through some sort of challenge personally, you don't just quit your business. Have you guys ever heard of someone, I don't know, I just can't even imagine, like, Chick-fil-A shutting down because the CEO, maybe his brother passed away, or I don't know, just think of something really tragic that could happen in some CEO's life or in a business owner's life. They're not just going to shut down their business, right? And you can't do that either. You don't just shut down your business. Yes, take your time, figure out what it is that you need to do, regroup, right? Surround yourself with people that can support you, that can help you keep running your business if need be, which hopefully is your team and that type of thing. But don't ever think that you're going to shut down your business. You're a CEO now. You can't just quit. It doesn't work that way. You've got people on board with you. You've got people that you have to support. Your team, your challengers. You are going places. And so you have to start having that mindset that this is a real business and it's not just a hobby. And that's how you get to diamond. That's how you get beyond diamond. That's how you build a full-time income, is by having that mindset that, you know what, life is going to happen, business is going to happen, there's going to be things that go on in my life, but I'm a CEO and I'm going to think like a CEO. Excuse me, getting over a cold, you guys. So the second thing that kind of goes along with the CEO mindset is just the confidence factor. Like I said, being willing to build your confidence, do personal development to help you in that area if that's something that you struggle with. For me, that was something I really struggled with. You guys, 3 years ago, I would not be making this a video. I can tell you that right now. I would have told my coaches, I'm not making a video. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be live on camera, that's for sure. Because I wasn't confident in myself. And so that's something that I had to work on, that I had to practice. And it's something that you can get better at. You're not just going to automatically, if you are an automatically confident person, hallelujah, that is so awesome. I'm kind of jealous. I never was. And it's something over 3 years that I feel like I've put a lot of time and effort into through personal development. And that's how you get to have that CEO confidence in yourself. But bottom line is that if you're not confident in yourself, then nobody else is going to be confident in you either. So if you're not confident talking to somebody about a challenge group, or talking to somebody about the business opportunity, or talking to them about the business in general, they're not going to sign up with you, because they want to follow somebody who is confident, who feels like they know what they're doing, right? And it doesn't mean you have to know it all. It just means you have to be excited about something, right? As a new coach, you don't know a lot. But if you're excited, if you show people that this is something that's important to you, then they're going to want to join you, because you're going to just give off an air of confidence in yourself that you are going places, right? You don't have to be there yet, but if you believe that you're going there, other people are going to believe it too. Okay, so the fourth mindset that we're going to talk about is just a growth mindset. And I say just a growth mindset, but I think this is super, super important. And that's just being positive. It means that you're constantly growing. It means that you're always doing personal development. It means that if you are the type of person who is a glass half empty type of person, that you are working tirelessly on yourself, first and foremost, to become a more positive, likable person, that just enjoys life, because that's what other people are attracted to. That's what new challengers are going to be attracted to. That's what new coaches that want to join your team are going to be attracted to. They're going to be attracted to your new lifestyle. They're going to be attracted to your positivity. So if that's not something that you naturally have, or that you're naturally gifted with, I, for one, for most of my life, I was always the victim. It was always something happening to me instead of me doing something about it. And because of Beachbody, and because of the personal development that I've done, I've become an extremely positive person, because I've wanted to share I realized that I wanted to share a positive message with other people. It's helped me become a more positive person in turn. So you have to work on that growth mindset, that you're always constantly growing, and that you're always constantly changing, and just always looking at the positive in things. A lot of times I have coaches who are doing personal development, and they're doing all the things, right? But they're not taking anything away from it, or maybe they're not seeing anything change. And I think the biggest problem is a lot of you guys out there, and a lot of coaches out there, are doing the things, but you're not putting them into action. So you're maybe listening to some personal development, or you're maybe doing some business development, but you're not actually going out there and taking this advice that people are giving you and doing it. You're just listening to it and getting all these aha moments and doing nothing with it. So really putting those things that you learn into action is going to be huge for you in your business. And I feel like for me, that was one thing that I was really good at as a new coach, is when somebody would give me advice, or I would learn something new in personal development, I would try to implement it that day, if at least that week or that day, because I knew if I didn't do it as soon as possible, then I probably was going to forget, or I wasn't going to do it. And I would write down all these notes, and make sure that I didn't forget to implement the steps that I needed to take to help myself move forward. So that's my biggest piece of advice is, you can't change if you're not willing to take action. And so if you're here and you're ready to change, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, then you have to take action, and you have to take action today. So what's one thing in your business that you can take action on, that you've learned maybe through your personal development, that you've learned in this group maybe, that you can go and take action on today? If you guys just comment in the feed and let me know what's one thing you can take action on that you've learned. While you guys are coming up with that, another action step that I want to give you guys is, what's one area of your mindset that you can improve, and are you committed to being here in a year? Are you committed to being here in 2 years? Are you committed to being here in 5 years? Like, what is your level of commitment? Because I think that determines like who is going to see success and who's not. The people that are committed, that are here for the long haul, that really believe in what we're doing and aren't just going to give it up in a couple of months, those are the people that are going to be successful. Lisa said she made a coach op post about being a CEO. That's awesome. Not just giving the highlight reel. I love that. Be real, be raw, be you. Lisa says forever. Awesome. That's like the perfect answer. Guys, commit to being here forever. Beachbody isn't going anywhere. I got news for you. It's not going anywhere. And if you really believe in what you're doing, if you're really excited and passionate about sharing this with other people, then you should be committed to being here forever. And if you're if you're passionate about changing your family's life, that why that you have, that should drive you. So just to kind of recap, the 4 mindsets that you should have to become a successful Beachbody coach. Number 1 is the never give up mindset, never quit. Decide that you're going to win. Decide that you're here for the long haul. Number 2, a giving mindset. Build your business with integrity. Always give more than you receive. If you haven't read The Go-Giver, that's an amazing book for personal development, so that's a suggestion. Number 3 is the CEO mindset. Go all in. Treat this like a real business starting today. What would a business owner do? And then number 4, your growth mindset. Commit to growing and improving yourself every single day, and having a positive outlook on life, on business, on everything. So Lynn says, completely committed for the long haul. Getting over my fear of recruiting coaches, my action item. I have a ton of amazing challengers who would be great coaches. That's awesome, Lynn. Yeah. And that's definitely, I think that's a fear that a lot of new coaches had or have, and I had as a brand new coach as well. And I think the more that you do it, the more you gain confidence. It's just about taking that action step and actually going out and talking to people about the opportunity. And then also just taking the mindset that recruiting is a really, really, really good thing that you're doing for somebody else. I think a lot of people like hear the word recruiting and they think like, oh, it must be, it's about me. It's about me recruiting people into my business. But it's actually about you offering like an amazing life-changing opportunity to somebody else that could change their life. And it's their decision if they say yes or no, right? But it's your job to just present them with the opportunity. So I think just having a different mindset and a different perspective on what recruiting is and how it benefits others really more than it benefits yourself. Awesome. Colleen says this will be my full-time job in the near future. It's a big goal of yours. Okay, fantastic. All right, you guys have been awesome. I'll stay on for just a minute. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer questions. If nobody has questions, that's okay. I'll check the thread later as well for anybody that is watching this recorded. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I really hope that you go out and you actually take action, figure out which areas you're weak in, which mindset you need to improve. Maybe find a personal development. We're going to talk more about this later in the week, but find a personal development that is going to help you in that area. You're welcome. I'm glad it was helpful, you guys. Good to see you too, Kristen. You're welcome, Bethany. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I really appreciate the comments, so I didn't feel like I'm alone over here. It's like the worst feeling when you're on live video and you get crickets. So thank you guys for interacting and chatting with me, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.